Hello there, welcome to this video of mine. Now, if you have watched my previous few uploads, they will focus on Binaltech stuff. This video is no different. Introducing Alert, which I believe is the Japanese name of Red Alert, who isn't a fire chief car and is using the smokescreen mode. Let's start in vehicle mode as I tend to do and get the elephant out of the room. As I've already mentioned, this is a police car, not a fire chief's car. The reason for that is actually quite simple. Prowl was already taken and a police car is way more popular compared to a fire chief. Also, the original Prowl figure was actually supposed to be Red Alert, but due to the fandom at that time finding out that the emergency vehicle wasn't Prowl, somehow made the designers change that to become Prowl, and now we're stuck with this as Red Alert. Well, with that out of the way, this is brilliant. As I said with my other Binaltech figures, this 1/24 scale Subaru WRX STI has all the details needed to pass off as a legitimate model. Well, almost. Opening this door up, we get a better look at the interior with sculpted in dashboard. You got your parking brake, your gear shifter, the fact that the air conditioning radio or the buttons there have been painted in. That is nice. You even got front bucket seats because, well, however, there is a noticeable lack of rear seating. Now you can't pretend that these obvious legs are seats, but the unnatural angle that they are positioned in as well as the color palette makes the rear quite jarring. Also, there's no way someone can actually sit with this being that low and this being that high. Shame, but doesn't ruin the figure. Now moving on to the exterior, the paint job done on him is immaculately well done. Japanese wording, clear as day. We got a chromed exhaust, very nice. Beautiful gold badge and rims, these are very tasteful. Paint has chipped, as you can probably see with these specks of white right over here, as well as maybe some scratches, some small scratches here and there. I attribute that to parts rubbing due to transformation and just the age of this toy. An unavoidable situation due to painted die-cast metal. So keep that in mind if you don't want paint chipping at all. Something like this, it's sort of unavoidable. All the doors can open as I've sort of showed you. The rear ones can also open. The boot, which sometimes does that if you open it too hard, so just keep that in mind. Opening it also reveals limited storage, and the bonnet lifts up to reveal the weapon storage and intercooler. I'm just gonna plug this out because it's not that hard to do, and just let it go. There you go. Just flip it out and there you go, a gun. Quite nice. Got a raised Autobot badge. Now since we are at accessories, this guy has something very unique. In fact, I think most of the Binaltech Asterisk, which is the line this guy belongs to, has that feature. This is a reference to something. Well painted. And as you can probably tell by the way she's being posed, she can actually sit inside Red Alert. That is really cool. But wait, there is more, which I unfortunately cannot show. Now, taking a look at these instructions right here, you got these limbs over here that were given to you, as well as this thing that helps her stand, and you can pluck her out to, interchange with the other limbs for her to sit. And this would be how she would have looked like. But unfortunately, I seem to have misplaced that Ziploc bag. I've tried searching for it for a few days now, but I can't find it. Bit of a shame. However, it doesn't change the fact that this is a very appropriate accessory for this toy line. And I believe that is now the perfect segue to transformation. Summarizing that conversion is actually very easy. Take the Masterpiece Datsun mode, combine it with the RX-8 that you got from the Binaltech / Alternators toy line, and you'd get that transformation. It ain't bad. It does a lot of nifty things like the floorboard seat combo behind the chest, actually predating the Mazda mode because this was the first Binaltech / Alternators that was designed. Very interesting. But my copy has not withstood the test of time. The aforementioned chest has a really weak connection with the chest. Every time I try transforming the arms and the upper body, it always just unplugs itself. Very, very annoying. Sometimes the right door, which is on the left, will just pop out sometimes. Very weird. This door over here is also really, really weak compared to the other one, which is weird because this one is the one that pops out, not this one. I don't know how that works. It is a shame because the experience would have been much better without those problems. But to me, it's the nature of buying a almost 2-decade-old toy, mostly made of metal. And for posability, he has similar points of articulation to Meister, just with a side swivel. Wow. And a very, very limited leg spread because there's no cutout right over here, what I believe is the ball joint to, allow it to move out. Shame. The shame. Also, moving the arms outward is not smooth either, due to this bit right over here. This is the steering rack for car mode that allows for both front wheels to turn. Really, really cool concept, but as you can see, they were still sort of figuring it out because it impedes movement by getting stuck onto the body. What you have to do is to angle it like this and then move it out. There's still a bit of parts rubbing, but it isn't as bad. And there you go, your arms move out. The gun is nice though. Simple, average unfolding of the intercooler that plugs into the hand with what's basically just a dot. Not the most inspiring, but unlike Meister and Laser Wave, Jazz Shockwave, it's quite secure, so that's good. I think Alert here, just like the rest I own, is very good, especially for its time. It's got its problems, but they aren't enough for me to still really appreciate what he does. It's also an STI. The JDM fanboy in me loves this. It's why I like Nightbird despite her flaws. Like Meister / Jazz here, you have multiple car choices, so pick whatever you want. They go for very reasonable prices. But be warned, they are quite old. In fact, all of them are older than me, so that should tell you something. God. So there might be some degradation. I hope that was informative for you, and with that, thank you for watching.